Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. In today's video I've got a very cool brand new camera model from Olympus. It is their OMD E-M5 Mark III. Now I've been using this for about a week to 10 days now, and I've been really enjoying it because when I look back to my early days of really getting interested in photography, my favourite camera was an Olympus pen. Especially I remember so fondly when I was using the Pen F, and there's just something about Olympus cameras that makes you want to pick them up and go out and shoot photos. Well, this one, the Olympus OMD E-M5 Mark III, not only has great sort of photo features but also great video features as well. I can't wait to show you up a little bit closer. Now before I show you this a little bit closer, I do want to remind you that this video is indeed sponsored by Editor's Keys. You can check them out at editorskeys.com. There is also a link to their website down in the video description. They make a whole range of really good products that are going to enhance your video, audio, sort of editing. And this includes this range of keyboard overlays. So if you've got an existing keyboard, maybe you've got a MacBook Pro, something like that, you can buy one of these keyboard overlays. It has all the shortcuts to your video or audio editing application and really makes your productivity step up a notch. It also has the added sort of benefit of protecting your keyboard from water spills and dust as well. As I mentioned before, you can check them out at editorskeys.com, and I really do encourage you to take a look. Back to the main review. So the Olympus OMD E-M5 Mark III. I think before we run through the specs, I should give you a closer look at this particular camera. So let's take a closer look. So here we go. This is what it looks like. You can buy it in a kit form, or you can buy it body only, and then you can add additional lenses. I've got two lenses that Olympus loaned me for this review. The 7-14mm Pro lens, which is currently on the camera, and then also the 25mm. I'll give you a closer look at this lens and the one that's on the camera very shortly, but we want to take a look at the camera first of all. Now the camera has got a micro four thirds sensor. It's nice and compact. Yes, the lens is big, you can get smaller lenses of course, but the camera itself nice and compact. 20.4 megapixel micro four thirds sensor inside. This has also got a really nice electronic viewfinder. The EVF on here has got 2.3 million dots. It's an absolutely beautiful viewfinder. And in addition to this, I should mention that the focus in here is phase detect autofocus with 121 focus points. With regards to the sort of video features, this is quite impressive. This is capable of shooting some really good quality video. You can go up to 4K or UHD resolution. The exact specifications of the video, let me just get this right for you. So it does cinema 4K at 24p, 237 megabits per second bitrate. That's really impressive. Also does UHD up to 30 frames per second, and then full HD it will do up to 60 frames per second. The high speed on this, yeah, not really anything to talk about there, and a maximum record time of 29 minutes. So let's have a look around the camera, shall we? So we've got on the top here all of your mode dials. You've got a mode dial on the right hand side here where you can select between program mode, aperture and shutter priority, manual bulb mode. We've also got a custom mode. We've got a dedicated video mode as well, art, filters, scenes and auto, and you can turn this very easily unless of course you push the lock in, and then that locks it into place. So a nice way of doing the mode dial. We've also got a couple of control dials here for changing things like aperture, shutter speed for example. We've also got here the shutter button of course. That's something I should mention. I found the shutter button a little bit sort of spongy. Not sure why, but it was just when you're pushing sort of half pressing for focus, there's not a lot of travel on the shutter button, so I found it quite difficult to actuate properly, but it's not a deal breaker, it just takes a bit of getting used to. We also got exposure compensation, direct record button, And then on this side here, we've got the on-off switch. We've also got some modes as well. We can switch here. This is display mode. This is shutter mode. If we look around on the back, before turning this on, I'll just show you've got some sort of four-way rocker control here. OK button, menu, display, playback, trash can, and also an auto exposure and auto focus lock on here as well. I think this is a little switch you can turn, if I remember rightly. I can't quite see it properly at this angle yet. You can turn this to put it into the various mode. Let's open this up and have a look at the screen, and let's also turn this on. So here's the screen. We can pop this into menu, so you can have a look at the menus. The menus aren't bad. I have found Olympus menus improved over time, but some of the, just to warn you, some of the options in the menu are buried, so you have to sort of search for them, but the menu's not bad. Let's just remove the lens cap, so you can see the display there. Really nice display, a little bit bright because of my studio lights trying to compensate for it, but a really good display. You can see it flashing on and off. That's because if you go over the EVF, then it's going to think you've got your eye up to the EVF, so it's going to actually switch to the screen in here. You can turn that feature off, of course. And the shutter button, if I push this, you can see it's like, this is what I mean. It's very, very short travel. You have to be quite light fingered with it to get it to focus, and then to take the take the actual photo. But very, very quick to focus. Very quick at focusing. You can see the focus assist light coming on the front there as well. This is fully articulating, so you can switch it round all the way to the front. Multi-angle, fully articulating screen, which makes this great for vlogging. The phase detect autofocus works very well as well, so it is a great camera if you want something that's suitable for vlogging, where you can have that front facing screen. Then I don't think you'll be disappointed here. Now, of course, you can pop this back onto the camera body like so, and you can adjust the display, or you can, of course, when you've got the camera off, or if you just want to use the EVF, you can pop it back in here. The EVF is very good indeed. I'm not going to be able to show you it during this video. It's very difficult to get the camera to pick up on it, but the EVF is absolutely superb. Of course, you've got a hot shoe mount for a flash, and let me just show you quickly the lenses I've been using. So this is the 7 to 14mm. You can see that glass on the front there. Oh my goodness, that's why you got such a big lens cap to protect it. But really nice lens, this 7 to 14mm f2.8 constant aperture. Really smooth zoom. It's an internal, well, it's not an internal zoom, it's an external zoom. You can see the front element moving as you zoom in and out. You can change it from manual focus to autofocus with this collar. I like the way Olympus do this on their lenses. Really beautifully made lenses from Olympus. In fact, some of the best lenses out there. I think Olympus do a fantastic job on their lenses. Let's just show you this other lens that I've been using. Let's pop that up there. This is the 25mm prime. So this isn't a zoom lens, it's just 25mm fixed focal length. And again, you've got this autofocus, manual focus option on here as well. Really great lens. Very, very bright, because this is an f1.2, I believe. 25mm, yeah, it is an f1.2. We've also got the function button on the lens, as with the other one as well. I didn't show you that. Just a really great piece of glass, and absolutely superb for getting that shallow depth of field. This is the second lens I've been using, and it's beautifully made as well. Really nicely made. So let's just talk a little bit more about how I've been getting on with this camera. So, let's take a look inside the live chat as well. We've got plenty of you in the live chat. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let's take a look and say a big hello to Toxic Wednesday, Mark Appleton, Seattle Pete as well, and the Mayo Maker. Thank you very, very much for tuning in live. I do really, really appreciate it. What questions have we got? Toxic Onesie asking if you can ask a question. Of course, go ahead. Which mechanical keyboard company is good for Mac? Let me have a think. Well, I did a video review on the Keymove. That works with Mac, mechanical keyboard. If you check out my channel, search for Keymove, K-E-M-O-V-E. They make some really good keyboards. They're at sort of Kickstarter stage at the moment, so they're getting their keyboards ready. Might already be shipping, but certainly that's a very good choice. In fact, I'm doing another video on the Keymove keyboards in a few days' time. So stay tuned to the channel, and I'll be showing you a really great option for a mechanical keyboard for Mac. What other questions have we got? We have got Raymond Moore. Is the autofocus in video better than the Panasonic GH lineup, Dave? That is a really good question. And are Micro Four Third cameras still worth it in 2020? That is a great question. So with regards to autofocus in video, this is a very, very good autofocus during video. I wouldn't say it's better than Panasonic. Panasonic have done some updates lately as well, which have really improved their autofocus during video. I would say this is on level with the Panasonic system. The one, I know you're going to know what you know what I'm going to say here. The one system that is absolutely brilliant is dual pixel autofocus on the Canon system. I still think that's the absolute best. It works extremely well, but also worth considering, and I know this is a sort of a bit of a curveball, consider the Nikon system as well, the Z50, also the Z6, which is what I use for my close-up cam. The autofocus system during video has been rock solid for me on my Nikon Z6, and assuming the Z50, and I haven't researched this, but assuming the Z50 is the same, then that's worth considering as well. So do check those out. Let's just have a look inside here. And let's show you this a little bit closer. Look at this lens first of all. This is a beautiful lens. Really nice. The actual size of this in the hand as well, the E-M5 Mark III, is very, very comfortable. You might find if you've got bigger hands that your pinky finger comes off the bottom here, but for me it's just a really comfortable fit. Very, very nice indeed. All of the controls are quite close together, but you'll find that if you've got medium hands, you can still do the two control wheels very, very easily. So that's nice. Would have liked another control wheel over here actually. I like my dials. I like sort of the manual feel of things. Love the collar system on the lenses. A lot of them employ this collar system for manual and autofocus. But it's just a really nice... Oh wow, that... The EVF on here, I wish I could show you the EVF during this video, but the EVF is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's a little bit of a delay when you take the photo for it to update in the EVF, but other than that it works extremely well. Let's just open this screen up again, show you that screen a little bit better. I can show you that a bit better on this camera. Look at that. It's a really nice screen, and of course, as I mentioned before, the screen's fully articulating, so I can flip this round so it's front facing and use this as a vlogging camera. And with the 7 to 14mm lens, although it doesn't come as part of the kit, that is a brilliant combination. Imagine holding this out like this. It's not too heavy, and you've got that really nice wide angle. You've got face detection on it as well. Very, very good option for vlogging, or for if you're behind the camera recording video, a very good option as well. Really nice, solidly made camera. Mr. Hairy Nuts, is the camera compatible with a 1TB micro SD card? Don't quote me on this, but I wouldn't see why not. But I always advise people to use either 128GB or 256GB, because if you have a card fail, that is a lot of data to lose. I would rather have 128GB cards and switch them out every now and again. Much better for if you're trying to sort of retain the data and not risk too much data. And that's about it for the questions. Great questions, everyone. So can I recommend this? Well, I think Olympus are doing really well still with their camera offerings. I would like to see what they do during 2020. I think the lens lineup is very solid, and don't forget you can use any micro four thirds lens. If there's something that isn't available in the Olympus range, if it's micro four thirds, then you can certainly use it, and you can adapt lenses as well. But there's plenty of micro four thirds lenses available. The cameras from Olympus are always extremely well built, and this is no exception. I think the room for improvement is in the menu system. I would like to see a complete, I'm just being honest here, I'd like to see a complete redesign of the menu system. But the actual hardware itself and the end results, and this has got this high res mode in here as well, where it takes a series of photos and produces a 50 megapixel photo, which has got a lot of detail. Not suitable for moving subjects, but something like a landscape, wow, that retains a lot of detail. And the video footage on here, as I say, up to cinema 4K 24 frames per second or UHD 30 frames per second. Really nice detailed video. Good focus as well. And something else I didn't mention, which I should have done, is on the side here we've got micro HDMI. We have also got, and I believe you've got a microphone socket on here as well, and yep, you've got a microphone socket and a remote socket on the side as well. I almost forgot that. So you can put an external mic on here. What am I doing? Underneath these flaps you have got a microphone socket and a remote socket. So very, very good array of ports. The fact that you can add an external mic. Your memory card goes in a separate slot here, separate to the battery, so that's really nice as well. So if this is on a tripod and you need to switch out memory cards, you can do that without removing it from the tripod. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you're watching this after the live broadcast and you've got any more questions, please do pop them in the comment section below. And if you do me one thing today, please do subscribe. It's a two-part action. You need to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in another video very, very soon.